Hello everyone, welcome back to Kumi's Corner. Today I'm bringing you something very unique and absolutely delicious. It's beetroot pasta. If you've never tried it before, you're in for a very nice treat. This looks stunning, amazing, and it's super healthy, full of flavor. These are the ingredients I'll be using to make my beetroot pasta. Beetroot, plantain, 2 medium-sized onions, my chicken breast, and pepper. That's my pepper mix. I'll be using 2 large sausages and some vegetables. I'll be mixing some vegetables. So let's dive into the video. The first thing I did was to rinse my beetroot very well, and I proceeded to peeling the back of the beetroot. So for this recipe, I'll be using just half of this medium-sized beetroot because I'll be making just a little pasta, 3 packs of pasta. So I used half of the beetroot and I proceeded to dicing it into smaller bits so it could be easy for me to blend it. And that's me just doing my thing, dicing the beetroot into smaller bits. And afterwards I washed my hand because of its color. And this is me rinsing my pepper. I'm only using 2 tomatoes, one large bell pepper, and 1 long pepper with 4 habanero pepper, and 2 medium-sized onions. So I'm just peeling the back of my onions, rinsed it, and I dropped it on the plate where I have my other ingredient. So I'll be using 2 onions like I said, and I'm here proceeding to dicing my chicken breast. I don't want it to be so small. I made it a bit sizable for my own use. You can actually do what you like. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. This is me showing you my ingredients again. So I added a little bit of garlic and ginger, and that's my vegetables that I'll be adding to this recipe. This is my sausages, well diced. You can make your own in another pattern or shape, but that's the shape I'll be using for this recipe. I'm blending my beetroot now. I actually blended it separately in a blender because I want it to be finely blended. And some people would actually want to sieve the water and use the water alone and throw away the shaft, but I'm not doing that. I'm using both the shaft and the water, and I just roughly blended the pepper in my food processor, and I am actually dicing the onions I will use. I blended 1 onions in the pepper and I diced 1 that I will fry separately. That's me adding a spoon of oil to my chicken breast and sausage, so the ingredient I added would come together finely. I added 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, the same as ginger powder. I added just a little bit of black pepper. I added half spoon of paprika, and I added a little bit of nutmeg just for the flavor. I added a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of salt, and 1 cube of Maggi. I added oregano leaf. By the time I was done seasoning the chicken breast, the water on the fire had already started to boil, but then I added some oil in the pan to be able to fry the chicken breast and the sausages. So I fried this for about 5 to 6 minutes on medium heat because we don't want the chicken breast or the sausage to burn. So we just want it to cook, not to burn. And by this time it was ready. I took them out of the oil. I drained them on kitchen paper. I drained the oil. I drained the excess oil, and the water had already boiled to what I wanted. So I added 2 packs of pasta first and then the last pack, because I said earlier I'll be using 3 packs of pasta for this recipe. Nothing too serious. You can use more and you can use less. It depends on how much you want your pasta to be. I added about a teaspoon of salt, and I added a little bit of oil so it would not stick together. So I proceeded to adding my oil in the pan. I drained the one I used earlier, so I am using the new oil now to fry the onions. And yeah, I tried to drain the pasta so I could set it aside until my pepper mix would be ready. So this is me pouring the pepper mix in the already frying onions. Oh wow, you see that look? Oh my god, it's giving. This is the way I like my pepper mix to look, very very reddish. And mind you, we will not be using anything tomato for this recipe because the beetroot is the one that will be serving as the tin tomato. So it will give us the reddish color we want. So you don't need anything tomato for this recipe. In fact, you might as well not add any tomatoes because just because I wanted to add, that's why I added 2 tomatoes. You might as well not add it at all. Just use your red bell pepper and the long pepper and habanero pepper. So I added 2 Maggi cubes and a little bit of salt. I added my thyme, my oregano leaf again, just in very very little quantity. You can as well go ahead and do whatever you like with your seasoning. I added 1 spoon of curry, and that's it. It's already frying, and you see how red this is. You see what the beetroot is doing to this. So the chicken I set aside, it's already added it to my pepper that's already fried, and I went ahead to add my vegetable. So let me tell you something quick about beetroot. It's known as beet. It's rich in vitamins. It gives energy. It's great for blood pressure. It's a good one for digestion, and it's good for skin and detoxification. So it can be used. I already added my chicken broth here. So beetroot can be used as a juice. You can make salad with it. It can be used as smoothie. You can use it as for baking. So it's so good. It's so good. You would definitely love it. There's a lot of things, a lot of recipe you can make from beetroot. And you see how my pasta is looking so amazing. We didn't use any tin tomato for this recipe, and the color is all popping out. This is the end of this video. You can see I'm giving it a thumbs up because it tastes so good. I would like you to please share, subscribe, comment, engage this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see how I made my plantain rolls, let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to share a short and simple video showing you the process. It's so quite simple. Thank you.